Hannah Flagg Gould's 1789 to 1865 poem, The Frost, features a mischievous being responsible for the quieter phenomena of winter, beautiful ice paintings on windows, but who also got upset at lack of gifts and caused the cold to break and ruin things. Jack Frost is mentioned in many songs, such as the wintertime song, the Christmas song, aka chestnuts roasting on an open fire, and movies. He has been presented. In Russia, he has taken on a different form as Grandfather Frost, and in Germany there is instead a different entity altogether known as Mrs. Holly. The Hindu Kush mountain range is named after stories of a resident giant who would kill, Kesh, those who attempted to pass, and has been compared to England's Jack Frost. Jack Frost, Wikipedia. Starting in late 19th century literature, more developed characterizations of Jack Frost depict him as a sprite-like character, sometimes appearing as a sinister mischief maker or as a hero. June, July, salt air, September, www.x.com/YouTube.
Caramel swirl cheesecake bites. Pineapple cheesecake. Irresistible peach cobbler cookies. Heavenly white chocolate cake with pineapple filling, where tangy pineapple meets luxurious white chocolate. Black velvet cake black heart. Decadent chocolate roulade. Almond crust banana caramel cheesecake. Strawberry cheesecake cupcakes. Cal's sweet tooth. Sabrina's Espresso is now among the top 10 best-selling songs in the US this year by total units. It's the top female song of the year. Hashtag Sabrina Carpenter. Golden Moon Magazine x Almond Banana. Future Nostalgia, the Moonlight Edition, has surpassed 12.6 billion streams on Spotify. Dua Lipa is the first female artist in history to have 2 albums reach this milestone on the platform. Hashtag Dua Lipa. Vanilla Cupcake. Catchy Meals. Golden Moon Magazine x Almond Banana. Black Forest Cheesecake. The Bible's book of Numbers tells of Aaron's rod that blossomed and bore almonds. www.facebook.com/icespicemusic1. In the courtyard in front of their house stood an almond tree, and one day in winter the wife was standing beneath it, and paring an apple, and as she pared it she cut her finger, and the blood fell upon the snow. "Ah," said the woman, sighing deeply, and looking down at the blood, "if only I could have a child as red as blood, and as white as snow." And as she said these words, her heart suddenly grew light, and she felt sure she should have her wish. In 2 months everything was green, in 3 months the flowers sprang out of the earth, in 4 months the trees were in full leaf, and the branches were thickly entwined, the little birds began to sing, so that the woods echoed, and the blossoms fell from the trees. When the 5th month had passed the wife stood under the almond tree, and it smelt so sweet that her heart leaped within her, and she fell on her knees for joy, and when the 6th month had gone, the fruit was thick and fine, and she remained still, and the 7th month she gathered the almonds, and ate them eagerly, and was sick and sorrowful, and when the 8th month had passed she called to her husband, and said, weeping, "If I die, bury me under the almond tree." Then she was comforted and happy until the 9th month had passed, and then she bore a child as white as snow and as red as blood, and when she saw it her joy was so great that she died. Ralph Lauren is with Team USA.
The Green Knight is a Danish fairy tale, collected by Svend Grundtvig in Danish Fairy Tales and by Evald Tang Christensen in Eventyr fra Jylland. Andrew Lang included a translation of Christensen's version in the Olive Fairy book. The Bird Lover. A queen dying of cancer asked her husband to do whatever their daughter asked of him, and the king promised. The widow of a count and her daughter did everything to make themselves the princess's favorites, in some variants persuading the princess to have them stay at the castle, and then the widow told her that they could not stay unless the king married her. The princess implored the king to do it, and when his objections could not convince her, he married the woman. As soon as she was her stepmother, the woman began to maltreat the princess. The king, seeing this, sent the princess to a summer palace, or had one built for her. He went there one day to bid her farewell because he was going on a long journey, to a great tournament. She told him to greet her to the Green Knight. At the tournament, he met no Green Knight, but on the way home, he came through a forest where he found a swineherd, and on asking whose pigs they were, was told they were the Green Knight's. He went on and found the marvelous castle where the Green Knight, a handsome young man, lived. He gave him his daughter's greetings. The Green Knight had never heard of her. In some variants, he says she must have been thinking of the green of the graveyard, but makes the king welcome and gives him a gift, either a green book or a casket with his portrait. The king returned home. In the variants with the book, the princess had not known why she had spoken of the Green Knight, and when she went through the pages of the book, he flew in as a bird and courted her. In the variants with the casket, she recognizes him as the man she dreamed of, and he comes to court her. Unicorn Moon Magazine X Heart-Shaped Weapons. The princess, not knowing why, is told by a bird, or overhears 2 birds talking, of his illness, and that a snake with 9 young snakes in her father's stables could cure him. She got the snakes, went to the Green Knight's castle, and got a job in the kitchen. There, she persuaded them to let her cook the soup for him. For 3 days, she fed him a soup made from 3 of the young snakes, and he recovered. This Gucci dress by Tom Ford is all I ever want. She's done it. Goat. At Simone_Biles. Becomes the first woman to win 2 Olympic all-around titles since Vera Koslawska in 1964 and 1968. Cherry and peach yogurt cake. This delicious cake is made with yogurt, topped with sweet cherries and juicy nectarines or peaches, and infused with a touch of lemon zest for a refreshing citrus flavor. Smiling face with heart eyes. It's quick and easy to prepare, just 20 minutes of prep time and 60 minutes in the oven. This buttery, perfectly dense cake can be customized with other fruit combinations, like strawberries and peaches or plums and apricots. It's delicious on its own with a light sprinkle of powdered sugar, or you can elevate it with a lemon glaze for an extra citrusy kick. Dress it up with more berries, ice cream, or whipped cream, depending on when you plan to serve it. www.bethcatherine.com Gold Ray. Gold is the frequency of all angels, because all angels work on the golden ray. It's more of source frequency, that births all the other rays. It also resonates with your higher self, your Christ self, and solar energy. This is a ray you can fill yourself with every single day, to embody more and more of your higher self, and your connection with the angelic realms. You can add in gold to any other ray you're working with, and it may feel even more expansive. The dolphin rose temple, the sun and the moon in a dream represent one's father and mother. Seeing the reflection of one's face in the moon in a dream means one's death. A king seeing the moon having become dark, his subjects will harm him and deny everything good he had done to them. If the moon disappears in the skies in a dream, it means that one's business has come to a halt, or that something he has asked for will not materialize, whether it be good or evil. If the moon reappears in the dream, it means that one will receive what he is seeking, and again, whether it is good or bad for him. Seeing a bright and a radiant moon in the skies in a dream means justice and prosperity. Seeing the moon inside one's house in a dream means that a guest or a traveler will soon arrive. Seeing the moon laying on the ground in a dream means the death of one's mother. If a ruler sees the moon dimmed in a dream, it means that his subjects will rise against him. www.myislamicdream.com/golden_moon.html. Generally, the moon symbolizes the king's minister or advisor. Sometimes it also symbolizes a woman or a handsome lad. Dream interpreter, Ibn Sirin. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/banker%sign27s_lamp. The first patent for a banker's lamp was filed on May 11, 1909 by Harrison D. McFadden, and were produced and sold under the brand name Emeraldite, Emerald, and Light. Emeraldite lamp shades were produced by the J. Schreiber and Neffen factory located in the city of Rapetin, Moravia. Later competitors were sold as Greenolite, Verdelite, and Amronlite. A British version of the banker's lamp was filed for a patent in 1929, which, instead of a glass shade, has a solid brass shade or reflector. In addition, the positions of both the pedestal and the shade are adjustable. Examples are commonly seen on the second-hand market. A Tiffany lamp is a type of lamp made of glass and shade designed by Louis Comfort Tiffany or artisans, mostly women, and made, in originals, in his design studio. The glass in the lampshades is put together with the copper foil technique instead of leaded, the classic technique for stained glass windows. Tiffany lamps are considered part of the Art Nouveau movement. Considerable numbers of designs were produced from 1893 onwards. Tiffany's first business venture was an interior design firm in New York City, for which he designed stained glass windows. Due to Tiffany's dominant influence on the style, the term Tiffany lamp or Tiffany-style lamp has been often used to refer to stained glass, leaded lamps, even those not made by Tiffany Studios.